Now, step 4 has a bit more of a social media flavor as it involves potential interaction with others. So this is putting your paper not just in your own university repository where the amount of engagement with others might be a bit limited, but also put it in a public repository. There are a lot of public repositories out there. There are general repositories such as SSRN, and these have existed for 20 to 25 years, some even 30 years, and they have been used mostly by scientists and life scientists, but REPEC, for instance, is very popular with economists. So talk to your colleagues and figure out what they are using, because it doesn't make sense to use a repository that nobody else in your discipline uses, because they're not going to look at it and they're not going to find your paper there. This will only take you 3 to 5 minutes. In recent years, about 10 years ago, a different kind of repositories emerged that are more like social media platforms like ResearchGate or academia.edu. I don't have a lot of experience with the academia.edu, but for ResearchGate the process is very simple. ResearchGate usually discovers your paper online, and then when you log in, it will have a recommendation to add that paper, and you can do that with just a few clicks. Depending on your settings, you might even get an email reminder doing this, and then all you need to do is add the full text version, so the pre-publication version that you prepared in step 1. So here are a few examples of public repositories. First, Archive, where one of my co-authors in computer science regularly adds their papers. Second, SSRN, where many of our economist colleagues at Middlesex publish their papers. Here are a few papers by Praveen Kujal, the head of our economics department. And then, as I said, there are 2 more recent repositories that look a bit more flash and have lots more opportunities for interaction. First, academia.edu, which is used by quite a lot of academics in the humanities. So here's a profile of my colleague Nico Pizzolato, who is a historian. And then finally, ResearchGate, which is used a lot in the sciences and life sciences, but increasingly in other disciplines too. So I've decided to give up my academia.edu account and focus on ResearchGate. As you can see, it clearly indicates whether papers are available in full text, and for some papers it also picks up the figures and tables and it displays them. This might draw more people to the papers. And remember that Google Scholar will normally find papers in these repositories too. So once your papers are in these repositories, they will get a broader exposure through Google Scholar too. There's a lot more you can do with ResearchGate. You can create projects, submit questions, answer other people's questions, check out your statistics for the number of reads or citations. So if you're interested in this, I suggest you have a look at my separate blog post on this, which is linked on this slide.